Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi ramp on the draw for game one. I guess we have 8 hits off the top for Myco or Chrysalis on 2. We would need to find Sprawl or a Talisman, though. I'll keep. Pitch the Emrakul, pass. We're gonna pray. Draw. Alright, that's workable. That does help us. Surveil. Counterspell. Counterspell, blue-red, Murktide? Is it Murktide? That's what it feels like. We're gonna hold up K command. I mean, Mad Lad could definitely be on Twin. Consult the star charts? One Shitong? One Shitong. Do we force check here? I'm gonna force check. Done. There's force, pass and full, snap. Ooh, Snapcaster? Alright, maybe you're onto something. Maybe this is Twin. One Shitong attacks. Unfortunately, this Myco, we kind of don't want to play it, but I kind of have to. Yodel. Grab Temple or Cavernous Souls. I'm going to say Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. It gets Chrysalis on board, which then allows us to block the one Shitong. I don't think kicking the Myco spawn next turn is all too impactful, to be honest. Not while one Shitong's on board. We'll take the 2 down to 17. Opponent passes. Devourer. Chrysalis Yodel. And next turn we can devour the one Shitong. I mean, the best case scenario for them here is a Spurvik Springs to bounce the Writhing Chrysalis back to hand. Tidebinder on the trigger. Now, it's really important here to note that since Chrysalis is not a creature on the stack, it does not lose its ability, so it still has reach. Very important thing there. Draw. Oof, that is beautiful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Devourer. Sanctum, devour the one Shitong down. Unless you have another Tidebinder. But we'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. Honestly, not sure entirely what to classify this as. My first guess would be, is it Merc? Though the Tishana's Tidebinder main kind of throws me off. Either ways, we'll bring in Unholy Heat, Dismember, probably pull the K returns, bring in Strict Serenade, cutting Ice Till, Ghost Quarter. There's actually some thought to trimming out Ugin, Rumble, keeping the Ice Tills. We're assuming Merc, but Jukabog's good. Not to mention we saw Snapcaster, so Jukabog seems relevant, so we'll keep it like this then. On the draw for game 2, we'll keep 8 hits off top for Soul Lands. Sure. Pass. Surveil. Snap to yard. Draw. Heat. Stomp, Shock, Sprawl for blue. Pass. Pass. Draw. Explore. I really need a land here. Hold Strix Heat. Land, pass, draw. K command, not what I need right now. I'm running 24 lands here, deck. I have 22 left in deck. We should be able to draw into one, eh? Opponent has all the land drops. Passing, draw, forest. Do we attempt here and play into a consign? Or a Wanshi Tong X2? I mean, Wanshi wouldn't be the end of the world. We'll go Maiko. See, show me the consign, the memory. Tishana's Tidebinder again will stop the trigger, but the body will stay the same. At least we get a body on board now, so could be worse. Also means they don't have counter magic, maybe? Either that or they just want me drawing. Oh, it's Wizards. Is it Wizards? Okay, been a minute since I'm playing against this. Pass. That explains a lot. Explains the Snapcaster, explains the Tishana's. Yep. Draw. Talisman. Let's attempt to resolve the Talisman. Misty Rain Fetch is a counterspell. It is a counterspell. Do we want to heat the Tishanas? No, that's fine. We'll hold. Kind of want to hold up the Strix Serenade here. Combat. 12. Heat. Tishana's down. End step. Are we gonna Wanshi Tong here? Yeah, in retrospect, I should have heated the Tishana's because I wanted to hold up the blue in second main. So that way if they cast something, we could Strix Serenade it. Though I guess passing the end step would have meant they wouldn't have cast anything, so I wouldn't have to worry about the Strix Serenade. We heat and then are able to Strix Serenade the Wanshi Tong. Yeah, we misplayed there. Okay. That was good by opponent. Sprawl's mana neutral, but they could have a force. We'll play the Ice Till. Unfortunately, we don't have a land to accompany it. Subtlety. Honestly, I'll put Ice Till the bottom, and we'll pass. Wanshi Tong's going to clock us for 5 down to 7. We'll draw. Forest. Sprawl. For red. Hold up Strix, but unfortunately, as long as they just hold here, they should just win. Yeah, so we misplayed on the Strix Heat. Bolt me, you got it. Okay. So in that case, Rumble back in, Gemstone out, and honestly, I think I keep everything as is here. We could argue the K return in, but I think the Heat Dismembers are probably better. This hand's a bit awkward. It's workable if we find either a green source or a soul land, but it is a little bit sketch. I'll keep. We'll play the odds, see if the odds play us. Opponent will mulligan down to 6, which is promising. We'll reveal Devourer and trigger. We find the green source we're looking for. We'll play Temple and pass. And pass. Island. Draw forest. Play forest. I'll cast Sprawl. for red and pass. So we can then angle towards Chrysalis next turn. We'll draw. Alternatively, we could hold up K command as permission. That is an option. We'll hold K command and hold back Bog as well. Fetch 19. Surveil. End step. K command. And done. Paying cost for counterspell. Draw. Talisman. Cast. Chrysalis. Trigger resolves. Body resolves. We'll Bojuka Bog your yard. And hold. Draw. Devourer. Let's go to combat. Swing for 2. Down to 17. Talisman of Impulse. Spell Snare. Sure. I suppose I could have Bojuka Bog, tapped for red, then play the Sprawl, but that is okay. Yeah, still would have probably been right. Tishana's Tidebinder lands. So they just want a body on board. Probably for Flame of Anor would be my guess. Attack for 5 or for 3 down to 17. We draw another Talisman. Sack 1 trigger. Talisman. Sprawl. For blue. Five, 6, or 5, 6. Oh, I miscounted there. I will pass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. I think I'm still doing the math as if the last talisman resolved. Whoops. Consult the star charts kicked. Dig 4, pull 2. And passing. Draw. Heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In that case, sack trigger. Target Tishana, yield all. Paying cost for Tishana. Body hits board. No attacks, we'll hold back. Polluted Delta, fetch the 16, surveil. 4 in hand, but that means no consign. Bolt to yard. Land, opponent potentially flooding out. Draw. Emrakul. Let's try this again, shall we? Paying cost for flame, that will resolve. You'll draw 2 into Tishana's Tidebinder. Maybe a K return would be a good thing here. We're 2 short on Emrakul, 1 short on Ugin. No attacks, 4 in hand, we'll draw. Strict Serenade. I will hold. Yeah, 1 short of Emrakul, 1 short of Ugin's a bit rough. Paying cost, we're gonna slam a Wanshi Tongue. Better hold up counter magic if you do. In response, I will Strict Serenade. Do you have a force to back it up? You do. Pitching a Spell Snare. Wanshi Tongue will enter, but then I'm going to heat it and pass. So now counter's gone Wanshi Tongue, so then they don't draw. Polluted Delta fetch. Paying cost for Blood Moon, that's fine. We draw. Sprawl. We'll say for double green and pass. Next turn I can play Ugin then. Exile the Blood Moon. We'll pass. We'll draw. Strict Serenade. Attempt to exile Blood Moon. Paying cost for Consigned Memory, pass in full. I'll start attacking with Devour at this point. They want to double block, they can double block. Yes. Okay. 5 types in Yard, so we should have Emrakul next turn, question mark. Snapcast, grab back Flame. Consult. Yeah, that's pretty good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 short of Emrakul. And pass. Paying cost for Flame. Now I'm 2 short? Yes, we're 2 short of Emrakul. Chrysalis. Cast Chrysalis. Yield all. Paying cost for Snapcaster, grab back. Consign. Yes. I guess we theoretically could have held up the blue by tapping Bog for the Strict Serenade. Yeah, we could have played around that, admittedly. I was assuming that they just would have it in hand, but we should have played around Snapcast, bottom line. You have a Bolt or a Flame. Looks like a Flame, draw 2. 5, draw Temple. 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, short 1. Yeah, so if we had played around the Snapcast, we would have been in a much better position here. Down to 8. Land, play, cast Emrakul. See what you got, but I can't imagine this resolves. Yeah, they've dug too deep. Consign. Paying cost for Snap, Bolt, and we concede. Yep, solid. GG's. Yeah, we made a couple misplays this match that definitely cost us. Good lessons learned. Snapcast is not something that I definitely I've had to play around as much, but with playing with Strict Serenade, I definitely should be considering it more. Also realizing maybe the K returns probably were better than the Ice Tills in this matchup, just given that almost everything in their deck, shy of Subtlety and Wanchi Tong, have 2 toughness or less. So I should probably sideboard a little bit differently, but Wizards definitely is not something that I play too much. So with that being said, we'll be back for match 2. All right, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. Definitely a workable hand. Surveil. Doesn't give us too much information. Talisman changes our cast order. Tuck Ugin, play Talisman and pass. And pass. Flooded Strand, fetch 19 for. Godless Shrine, Esper Colors. Emperor Bones, interesting. Gorios? Potentially. Stomping Ground Shock. We're going to K command then, but before we do that... they could have Force. Sprawl. Green. I think we Force check regardless. Do we ramp or do we scry draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm going to scry. I guess actually we have the Rumble. And done. Bones down, pass. And hold. This is Gorios. They won't go off this turn. They can't. We'll have to hold up the K return, though. Bog. Looks more like Blink then, right? Another Bones. Eats the K command. Draw. Forest. Sprawl. For red. Tap. Rumble. Grab Sire or Myco. I'll grab the Sire. K command, X equals 2, 2, 4, 5. We'll scry draw exile. Done. Bones down. Bottom, top, draw, pass. And pass. Witch Bless, definitely Blink. For sure. But we'll scoop it up, we'll take the win. Alright, assuming that it is Blink, let me open up my matrix real quick. We'll want to trim out Ice Till, Ghost Quarter. This version we could probably argue keeping the K returns, but we definitely want Strict Serenade, Dismember, Heat. We could argue Bobble. This version I think does run some number of forces. Let's take a peek. Because this is the Esper Blink version. No forces. Emperor Bones. It's not as common either. In that case, I think, yeah, we just keep it as is. Yeah, let's run it back. Because we could argue dropping Bajuka Bog. We need to draw into some cards, but it is keepable. It's workable at the very least. Swamp Thoughtseize on one. Yes, takes K command, I'd imagine. It's not castable now, but we very much can cast it later. I think it just is a card that you have to respect, yeah. Draw. Wooded Foothill, fetch. For a forest, Utopia Sprawl for red. And pass. And pass. Godless Shrine tapped. Thoughtseize number 2. Thoughtseize number 2. Takes Chrysalis or Heat. Takes Chrysalis. Draw. Sanctum Talisman. Misty pass. And we'll hold. 4 types are on yard, so Heat is online. We'll be able to fetch Surveil on end step as well. But I missed their land drop. That's huge. We just need to draw into some action now. Surveil, Talisman to yard, and draw. We will play the Breeding Pool tapped and hold. Two, four, five. So we'll play the Sanctum next turn and then hold the Lab thereafter unless we draw into a threat. No reason to reveal how dead our hand is right now. Opponent's pausing on upkeep for some reason. Not entirely sure why. Very possible they may have stepped away from the keyboard. Nope, there they are. They're back. You find your land dropped. You did. But they're going to pass. We're going to draw. There's a talisman. In that case, let's play the talisman. 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll still play the Sanctum. That way, if we draw into the Emrakul, we can cast it. We again hold with the Heat. Does opponent Surveil? I'd imagine, yep. Opponent will Surveil. And hold Heat. Witch Blessed. Tapped. And hold. Temple. No reason to play it. We'll hold. And hold. Paying cost for Overlay the Bailmerg, trigger resolves. They grab Emperor Bones. Kinda have to. You then cast the Emperor Bones. They don't want to play it into a heat. They also likely are holding up a consign. We'll draw. Rumble. Let's fire off the Rumble. There's Cyrus 7 Death. There's Myco Spawn. We'll grab the Myco Spawn. And I will kick. Yes, but we'll play the Temple first. We'll kick your blue source. Show me they can sign the memory. If the search resolves, we're grabbing Shifting Woodland. If the kick resolves, I'll be shocked. There's consign as expected. Yeah, imagine you give me the body. Giving me the search would be a mistake at this point. Though they might not realize. I guess, did we play shifting on game 1? I feel like we did. Yield all. And opponent made a mistake. We'll grab Shifting Woodland. Hold up heat to get dispatch the Emperor Bones. Paying cost for bones. Heat bones. Do you have an Ephem that you're going to burn on it? Bones down, pass. Overlord trigger, draw. Chrysalis. Chrysalis the start. Trigger, yield all. Paying cost for consign the memory. A let it resolve. Mildly concerning. Shifting Woodland on Sire, the 7 Death. One, two. Yeah. Shifting Wood. Go to combat. Do you have a Solitude? If you have a Solitude, I doubt you have an Ephem. So I feel like you would have Ephem the Emperor Bones. Marsh Flats fetched the 14. Okay. Shouty Backstreet Surveil. Puts a card on top that connects, which means Sire 7th now has pseudo hexproof. Light Orchid Phantom, ETB targets. Yeah, funny thing about Shifting Woodland and Sire 7th, they work really well together. Sire 7th. So let's do the smart. Trigger 1. Trigger 2. Target Sire. And pass in full. So now you would need an EFEM for the White Orchid just to deal with the Shifting Wood. Otherwise, the Shifting Wood will become a Sire 7 death, and the target will fizzle as it no longer is a land. And Bone scoops it up, we'll take the win. Solid. Alright, we'll be back for match number 3. Alright, we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. Playing against Hobo, who I can only assume is on the good old Basking Brood. Let's see how quick of a combo they have. Saga Trigger, pass. Lab, Imprint, Talisman, pass. Pass. Ugin Lab, Flesh Rake. Flesh Rake, draw, Temple, cast, Mycospawn, yield all, 4, Ghost Quarter, Saga, and pass, and pass. No, Blade of the Blood Chief for you, friend. Broodscale triggers. Oh, you got to be joking me. I mean, I can't do anything about that. We'll concede. Alright, let's go to sideboard. Do I have a guide for Brood? I do's. So, we'll trim out an Ugin, Chrysalis, Cavernous Souls, Gemstone for Dismember, Return Heat. Dismember, Return Heat, yeah. And then run it back like this. That makes sense to me. I feel like we played that right, but they just had the nuts. Can't do much about that. Now, can we? I wonder if they drew into the blade, or if they just had it all in hand. It didn't matter. I wonder if they're actually going to grab Springleaf Drum instead of the blade for the green source. On the play for game 2, we can dig deeper with Devourer. Sure, but I'm looking down to 6. Reveal Devourer, trigger. They also reveal Devourer, so they're on Big Brood. We'll grab a Rumble then. Shifting Wood, pass, and pass. They passed up a combo piece, that's concerning. Saga trigger. We have the Ghost Quarter for next turn. In that case, I'm going to prime Ice Till rather than priming the Rumble. Because we can Ghost Quarter once next turn while also playing the Ice Till, which is nice. Another Flesh Rake. Getting a sense of deja vu. I'll draw. So in that case, Wooded Foothill fetch for a Stomping Ground Shock. Ice Till. Ghost Quarter Mill. Ghost Quarter hits Saga and pass. I swear if you have the Blade Broodscale in hand again, I'm going to scream. No shot. Oh, thank God. Second Flesh is still pretty scary, I will admit, though. Second Forest. How many forests do you run, friend? There's the Brood. Ooh. Triggers down to 9. Jesus. Only 2 forests, so we could start stripping them out the game. The question is, we could just die to the freaking Flesh. We'll draw Lab. Let's start with Rumble. There is Bajukabog Commercial District. I'll grab Commercial District. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, interesting. Lab. Mill. Imprint Devourer. Play Sanctum. Cyrus 7 Death. Triggers. Yield all. Yes. No. Yes. Emrakul the Promised End. And pass. And pass. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One short. Stirrings goes digging. Finds a blade. Plays a flesh rake. Draw. Go to combat. Swing for 7 to go back up to 16. Shifting Woodland. Target Ice Till. Ghost Quarter. Mill. Ghost Quarter. Target Forest. Phone scoops it up. We got the win. Solid. Alright. Let's bring back in the gemstone. We'll trim out a rumble and run it back. Thank you. Ghost Quarter loops. On the draw, the hand kinda does nothing at start is the problem, but we can play anything we draw into. It's also, I think, a Sire on 3. Let's see if that's enough. Lab, Imprint, Emrakul, 4. Talisman. Ooh, and a Might. It's kind of rude. Devourer, you're a bit late to the party. We'll tuck the Devourer, play Talisman and pass. And pass. Thief eats the Talisman. Rude as hell. Haywire Mate gets in for 1. Draw. Temple. Talisman pass. And pass. Three. We're going to see another Thief. Rumble. Rumble finds Beseiju. I'd imagine. Either that or Saga. Can't imagine you grab the Cavern Soul, so it's either Saga or Beseiju. Chooses Beseiju. Attacks. Do you besiege you? End step. Might Talisman. Quite rude. We draw. Myco. 5 types in yard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could wait to kick a Myco and then Bojuka Bog. Otherwise, I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 7. Yeah, I think we Myco spawn Bojuka Bog now. Yield all. Bojuka Bog U, pass in full. And face change. This way, if they besiege you a land, we can still play the Sire, and we keep Emrakul off board. We'll take the 3 down to 13. Do you besiege you me? Besiege you. Yes. For commercial district surveil. Temple to yard. We'll have 7, 8, 9, 10. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I put that to yard. I need to draw into more castables. Land for turn and pass. Draw K return. Temple for Cyrus 7 death. And pass. Go to combat, attack for 3. Down to 16. Pass. No attacks, I'd imagine. Drum, 1 in hand, and draw. Ugin, we're short. Attack with Sire. Hold up K return. Down to 9. And hold. Paying cost 4. Soul Guide Lantern. Eats a card out of yard. Yep. Do you crack it to draw a card? You do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short of Emrakul. Draw K command. Go to combat. Oh, do I have lethal? If I 1, 2, 3, yes. So declare attackers and hold priority. K command, ramp and exile, because we'll need 1, 2, yeah, we'll need the ramp exile. X equals 3, draw a card. Resolve. Heat. In that case, I'll just heat the spawn. And Bone scoops up. We got the win. Solid. GG's. Alrighty. We'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4. On the draw for game 1, we shall keep. That reveals Devourer. What flavor of Eldrazi are we playing against today? Opponent's tinking hard here. Either that or hardly tinking, not sure which. I mean, either it's 4 really good choices, or they are not seeing what they wanted. They may have taken a risky keep. Both are possibilities. Ever-flowing Chalice. Okay, so it could be Eldrazi Trump. It could also be Cornucopia deck. That's interesting. Shifting Wood. We could go Rumble. Saga. Yeah, looks like it's the Surge Node Cornucopia deck. Okay. K return. Regardless, we start shifting Wood. I might Ghost Quarter here on 2, actually. Saga. Or Lab, rather. Imprint Devour, I'd imagine. Just make a Construct or hold. Yeah, maybe just Ghost Quartering would have been correct. Flashbreaker? Never mind. He's a flash. We draw. K command. In that case, yeah, let's Ghost Quarter the Saga. Saga down, we'll pass. Not ideal, but I think it's correct. It's a forest. Pass. Double forest. Everflowing Chalice. Mystic Forge. I did find the Mystic Forge. Yikes. Gemstone to exile. And for some reason not attack. We'll draw. There's Myco. Do we angle for Ice Till? I think we have to Rumble here. Rumble. Grab another Myco. And pass and pass. Ooh, second Flash Raker. We might just be dead here. This is Mystic Forge combo. Quote-unquote combo. I'm going to say we're probably dead here unless we can somehow angle into this K return. 3 for Cornucopia. Or another Flesh Rake maybe, in which case we're really dead. K command X1. Yeah, that's pretty good. Down to 9, I believe. Down to 11. Yep, down to 9. Or no attacks again for some reason. Paying cost to play more things. Cornucopia 0. Down to 7, I believe. Anything else? Surge node, yup. Down to 3. One more, you got it. Moves the counters from Surge node, puts this Cornucopia, sure. And Core Tap will get him there. Alright. Yep, we did. Cool. Let's go to sideboard. So Fade from History in, Heat in, Strict Serenade in, Vaccine Bobble's tempting. Ice Till yes. Chrysalis no. Ugin out. Gemstone out. Cavern out. The Jukabog out. Which means we need to trim 1. Trim a heat. Or a return rather. Run it back. Yeah, I think Vexing Bobble Trinisphere could both be argued. But I'm not... Trinisphere could definitely be argued. Yeah, Trinisphere could definitely be argued. They can definitely play through Trinisphere, so I'm not sure if it is as impactful. So I think more removal is probably correct. Want to get rid of the Flesh Rakes, because that's really the value engine. That and the Mystic Forge, so we definitely want to be able to Strict Serenade the Forge. And they have Cornucopia, Core Tapper, etc. all on board. The Phaedra Mystery can be pretty impactful too. I guess instead of Mystic Forge, this is what? Dice Factory? Dice Factory. Been a minute since I played against this. Now, why they're on green and not on black is a bit surprising. Yeah, that one I'm a bit curious about. Very, very curious about why the green splash. Could be some sideboard tech, of course. Want to make sure I submitted my deck list. We're good. So I was waiting on an opponent. Yeah, I'm very curious to what their sideboard is. Or their sideboard plan is. Alright, we're on the play for game 2. A little bit slow, but workable. Reveals Devourer, Forest, Sprawl. We'll say for blue, for Strict Serenade. And pass, and pass. Also, Land Top will accelerate us into Sire on 3. We have 8 hits. Otherwise, finding Rumble would be good. We tuck the Devourer. Yep. Everflowing Chalice on 1? Or Core Tapper? Astral Cornucopia, and I imagine Core Tapper then. Either that or Surge Node. Core Tapper, yep. So next turn they can put a charge counter on it, then put 2. They could also just do it now, technically double their mana and play something else. That's a very real option. The question is whether or not they're willing to wait a turn, right? I don't think there's any reason for them not to, because they can respond to interaction by sacrificing that instant speed. Unless they have another cast, like a second Core Tapper. No? Okay. So what else we got? Everflowing Chalice or Core Tap? Surge Node. Surge Node, yep, that'll work. So you have 5 mana next turn. We'll draw, Devour Urza Whiff. We will Stomping Ground, tap, and pass. Alrighty, well, let's see what you got. You got 5 mana on 2. You can also Surge Node, move a counter with Ashes Cornucopia, so that we have 6 on 3 at the very least. You now have access to 6 mana. What are you going to do with 6 mana? Tapping for blue, that's very specific. Karn. Karn to Liquid Metal Coating. We'll concede on the spot. Actually, no. Well, we have a out. It would need to be a soul land. There's the Liquid Metal. Actually, no. We're just dead. Yeah. No. We're good. We're good. We'll just concede out. Cool. Alright, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, we're back for match 5. On play for game 1. Let's see if we can lock in our 3-2 record, eh? Oh, bosh. Well, that's quite an interesting reveal. I'll reveal Devourer. We have an Ice Till on 2. Opponent mulligans down to 6. What the fresh hell are we playing against where you can play Obosh? Devour, trigger, grab, Mycospawn, imprint, cast, pass, and pass. So we have a kicked Mycospawn on turn 3 in that case, because 3, 4, 5, 6 into Ghost Quarter looping. Arid Mesa, fetch for Sacred Foundry, shock for a Ragavan. Faithless looting. Pitching Spell Snare, Ock. Interesting. Cast Sprawl for double green. Ice Till. Breeding Pool tapped, mill a card, Temple to Yard, and pass. Oculus, Sacred Foundry, and Looting. They can play Unearth, Hollowed Fountain, Jeskai Colors, Prismatic Ending, hitting Sprawl is fine. Tameo. Sure. Temple Mill. Mycospawn kick. Yeah, well, Mycospawn kick. Kick Foundry. And Bone scoops it up. So Jeskai something with Oculus. Oh. Well, Tameo's here, so I'll bring in Dismember, maybe trim the returns, bring in Grafdigger's Cage, keep Bog, keep Cavernous Soul, trim a Rumble. Something like this, I guess, for now, until we learn more. All I know is I am very confused. Prismatic Tameo, Faithless Looting Oculus. Jeskai Colors with Obosh as a companion. I'll say it again, I'll say it as many times as needed. If you want to win against me, the best way to do so is absolutely confuse the hell out of me by playing some off-the-wall rogue-ass deck. And that is this, because I have no clue how to play into this whatsoever. I is very confused. Alright. Let's see if we're on the draw. I'd imagine so. I guess we don't see an Obosh. We know they brought in something that doesn't fall into its realm. Reveals Obosh again. We'll keep. They could be playing Charma. They're in red. We'll reveal only one Devour. The hand's serviceable. Flooded Strand. Devourer trigger. I suppose grab a Cyrus 7 Death, yeah? Yeah. Wooded Foothill, pass. Flood Strand, fetch, Surveil would be my guess. Surveil. Yep. Looting again, sure. Flaged Yard. Fascinating. Commercial District Surveil. Ghost Quarter to Yard. Draw. Lab. Imprint. Cast Rumble. Flooded Strand, fetch. Is this a spell snare? Hollowed Fountain, shock 16, 4. Spell Pierce. Huh. Fascinating. Faithless Looting yet again. Thought Scour. Aucanyard. Scouting Tarn, fetch 15, 4. Sacred Foundry, shock 13, 4. Helping Hand. Huh. Jeskai Reanimator. Fascinating. I'll imprint Devourer or Sire. Let's say Devourer, and we'll pass. And hold the off chance it's relevant. Jeskai Reanimator. I mean, they can play Consign. Helping Hand. I guess the benefit of not being in black means that you can play Flage then. Take 7 down to 12. Do you have a land for Flage? 3. Is that a Charmal? No. An Oculus. Second Oculus is definitely a problem. We'll pass. Triggers. I need either a Temple or a 7-mana value spell. We draw. That is not that. Lethal's on board. We have 5 mana up to 6. We will concede. Fascinating. Helping Hand. So Rumble back in. Gemstone out. The cages were a good call. They could still be on Charmaw, so the ice still seems correct. They could theoretically play Force. We could trim an Ugin. I think I just run it back as is. think that's probably correct. On the play for game 3. Fascinating. Reveals Obosh once again. Hand's slow, but again serviceable. We'll keep. Stomping Ground tapped and pass and pass. Steam Vent Shock for Tamiyo. Yes. I'll draw. I'll play Temple and pass and pass. Tamiyo will attack. Investigate. Opponent gets a clue. Do you faithlessly to flip it? You do not. Cavernous Souls name Eldrazi. Chrysalis yield all. And hold. Paying cost for Thought Scour. With Flooded Strand, fetch 17. Surveil. Oculus to Yard. Do they have the way to reanimate it? I guess the one thing about Jeskai Reanimators, they probably don't have multiple ways to recur Oculus. Because Helping Hand works. But I know normal Grixis Reanimator runs both Unearth and Persist. So I'm not sure if they have another 4 reanimation spells in addition to Helping Hand. Arid Mesa, fetch 16. Surveil. Card to Yard. No attacks. We'll draw. I will cast a Talisman. And hold back Chrysalis. Opponent pays cost to draw a card. We're in a bit of a gummed up board state now. Though they definitely have advantage until I find some threats. Red, white, and I'm going to guess Flage, Pyro. Pyro pitches 2, they pitch Flage. And there's the Flage. Tamiyo does flip. So we'd love to see a Myco. Fascinating deck. Flooded Strand for turn. Go to end step. Fetch with Misty Rain. And Commercial District Surveil. Talisman to Yard. And draw. Variance is very much getting the better of me right now. We want to attack down Tamiyo. Go to combat. Attack at Tamiyo. Tammy will trigger. It's a 1-3. Do you block the token? Yes, that is fine. I'll play Sprawl on District for green. We'll play Wooded Foothills to thin and pass. Fleshstrand fetch for another... I guess it doesn't matter at this point. Anything that can generate red or white, yeah. Lightning Fall, Surveil, so Flage will hit board. If we can stop drawing into lands, that would be awesome, especially with this Tamiyo here. Oh, you have a Hasty Flage. That's fantastic. Well, now we're in trouble. Hasty Flage. Yes. Flage Helix targets. Targets Chrysalis. I'll sacrifice Spawn in response. Put a counter on Chrysalis and yield all. Do you Helix Chrysalis again? Yes, that will resolve. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If I draw into an Emrakul, I'm short by 1 if I block. So the best thing I can probably do is take the 8 down to 11, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I think so. We'll take the 8 down to 11. Tammy will tick up. Go to end step. Fetch Wooded Foothill and hope to thin so we can draw into a threat. Heat the Spawn, we'll sack in response. So drawing to an Emrakul is no longer a good option here. We'll draw. Rumble. Okay, Rumble changes things. I will Rumble. There's Myco, there's Chrysalis. Myco doesn't do enough here. So our best bet is Chrysalis. Yes, I believe so. Yeah. Grab Chrysalis. Play Shifting Wood. Cast Chrysalis. Oh, I need to go red-green. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. Triggers. I will pass. Let's see if opponent sees the line that I see. We'll find out. Green, green, 1, 2. 1, 2. We're not dead yet, but we're definitely in trouble. No ifs, ands, or buts about that fact. Combat, attacks, Flage and Pyro. Flage Helix target me down to 7. That will resolve prior to blockers thinking. Yeah, that's fine. We go to blocks. We block. We block. We sack trigger. In retrospect, I probably should have tapped Cavernous Soul's Stomping Ground. Helping Hand for Oculus. Fine. Not ideal, but fine. Paying cost for another Oculus on top of which. That's a yikes. No response. Double trigger. What do we draw into? Draw. Ooh. Hello. Play Sanctum. Ugin. So we need to get rid of Tamiyo. We also need to get rid of these Oculi. So Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Leaving back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can generate 8. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me confirm one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 5 is 13. Ugin. Sanctum trigger. Ugin. Ugin exile Flage? Yes, exile Flage. Yield all. Yes. For Emrakul. Ugin 0. Triggers. Ugin will exile target opponent. Ugin will exile Tamiyo. Triggers yield all. Our turn, comrade. No attacks. Heat. Dispute Pyro Tamiyo. We draw. So what we can do here is I can cast Tamiyo, right? So cast Tamiyo, cast Dispute. So that will be 2 mana. Heat, target Manifest, the one that's Flage, and Prismatic the other. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4 mana total. Yes. Go to main. So hold priority, cast Tamiyo for blue. Hold up Dispute, cast Dispute for blue. Tamiyo down, yield all. No. We will then exert Arena of Glory, heat the Manifest creature, Prismatic Ending the Manifest creature for 0, go to combat, attack the Oculi, go to blocks, and pass in full. They have a Flasian Yard, but we can deal with that. Plays Scouting Tarn. They can escape the Flage. Helix me for 3. But it will instead play Pyro, draw 2. End step, we'll draw. MTGO will get us there. We'll draw. And a cage. Well, let's start off by kicking. Two and three. Ugin, exile, Pyro, MTGO, kick, Arena. And to add insult to injury, unless you have a consign, we're going to Bajuka Bog the Flasian Yard out. GG's. Woo! That was a close one, but we were able to get there. Opponent says that they have Arena and Heat in hand. That was. Alrighty. Well, with that being said, that there will be the end of tonight's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button, comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback, be much appreciated. For as much that I hope y'all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. That being said, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, you can find me there Sundays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. CST. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon, where I watch these videos early and ad-free. But if you have reached the point of the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!